Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back for another lesson of biology. Today we are going through lesson 27 of chapter 14 about the measurement of growth. Before you start watching the video, remember to like and subscribe my channel and also share the video to your classmates and remind them to do their revision. Let's start. By measuring the growth parameter over a period of time, we can know whether the organism, such as a plant, is it growing healthily or not, or is the baby growing healthily or not. Some of the example parameters include size, fresh mass, or dry mass. That means the mass totally without water. If you are going to measure the size, you can measure the length or height. You can measure the surface area or the volume. Advantage of measuring the size is that organism stays alive. You can measure the size of an organism continuously, and it is also very easy and convenient to do that. But some of the disadvantage includes you only measure one dimension only, and other dimensions might not be taken into account, and this might be a problem. I will show you why. This case shows you why measuring in one dimension can be a problem. A shrub, that means a small tree, they might grow only laterally without any increase in the height. If you just measure the change in the height, you will find it seldom change much. Does it mean that it's not growing? No, of course not. It is just not growing in the height. It is growing on the width laterally. So it is showing growth. So if you just measure the height, you cannot show the growth completely. Another thing is fresh mass or fresh weight. That means the total mass including the water content. That means, for example, you just standing on top of the balance, you will get your fresh mass. For the advantage of doing dry mass measurement is that the organism stays alive. You can do a continuous measurement and also very easy to do that. You can put it on the balance. However, disadvantage such as the fresh mass is easily affected by the water content. And the water content varies with environmental conditions and the activity of the organisms. For example, if you keep on going to the toilet and urinate a lot, okay, you're dehydrated, 屙咗好多水出嚟啦, then of course you seems lighter in the weight than taking in a lot of water into your body. So your fresh mass sometimes might varies with your activity or your environmental conditions or your health conditions. The third type of measurement is doing the dry mass measurement. Dry mass, it means the mass without any water, with all the water removed out. It is a measuring of mass of the organic matter, such as the carbohydrate, the protein, or fat, etc. These are the organic matters. We use dry mass measurement commonly for organisms, which is very tiny. They are the microorganisms or some seed and some seedlings, small plants. So how do you get the dry mass out of an organism? It's very, very simple. You have to take the organisms and put it in an oven, 焗爐, and heat it slightly above 100 degrees Celsius. And afterwards, you stop the heating when you get a constant mass. That means when you heat the organisms, the water in the organisms keep removing, and when it is so dry without all the water, the mass no longer drops, you get the dry mass. Remember, the first point is heat slightly over 100 degrees Celsius in the oven until second mark constant mass is got. So what is the advantage and disadvantage of doing dry mass measurement? Advantage: it is very, very accurate to get the organic matter amount. However, disadvantage such as for the very, very big organisms, you cannot do the measurement. You cannot measure the dry mass of an elephant, right? So after measurement, the organisms, they are all dead. Okay, so therefore you cannot do the continuous measurement. You can only measure it for once. And the next thing is, if you want to get a dry mass measurement, you need a lot of sample size. Therefore, these are the disadvantage of doing dry mass measurement. For the advantage and disadvantage, you can take a look at this page. Obviously, it is not possible to get the dry mass of a tree as well. Let's do a question to check your understanding on this part. The diagram below shows a longitudinal section of a root tip. Question D. Can you please tell me, describe how the dry mass of a root can be determined? I give you 3 seconds. Alright, all you need is an oven. 一個焗爐啦。What you need to do is try to remove the water by heating it. Okay, heat the tissue in an oven. In what degree Celsius? It should be slightly above 100 degrees Celsius. At slightly over 100 degrees Celsius. For how long? 1 day? 2 days? 1 hour? 2 hours? No. You have to heat it until a constant mass is obtained. Because if you obtain a constant mass, that means all the water has been removed. It is so light in the weight without water. Now you can take it out for measuring the dry mass. So you got totally in here 2 marks. At the very end of this lesson, please go to your page 17 of the textbook, finish MCQ 1 and 2. That's it for the part about the measurement of growth. I hope you liked the video. I will see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.